Hello. Hi,
Hi.
everyone. Hi, Cindy.
Hello. Hello. It's
Oh,
so lovely to
hello.
see you in that beautiful space.
Thank you. I love being
Mm.
here and it's getting warmer. So it just feels like spring is almost here. Very excited about
Mm.
that.
I bought my first blooming plant because I was so excited to see spring come in.
Oh, we are so ready here. We're so ready.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right.
So I'm Kristen Wister, and I'm from the Landenberg Loft here, and I'm here with the beautiful Cyndy Paige, master healer, shaman, sound healer, beautiful, wise woman, friend. I could go on and on. You have many
Mm.
skill sets. And here we are once again on Zoom today and live on Facebook, just to share a little bit more about some of Cyndy's upcoming offerings that she's going to be having here at the Landenberg Loft, and also why ancient wisdom is so necessary right now, so pertinent right now. I feel like so many people are kind of going back to the roots of some of that basic, simple, earth-based knowledge, also cosmic knowledge, but during this extremely fast-paced time in the world. And I'm finding, I just recently had the Mamos here, the indigenous tribe from Colombia, and when you hear the basic truths of the wisdom that these indigenous people hold, and the information that you work with, all nature based, it just goes down to the core, and it kind of reminds us of who our essence is and really grounds us. And so that's what we're going to be talking about just briefly today. This is going to be a long live, but just wanted to share a little bit more about Cyndy and her offerings. And Cyndy, before we get started, for those people that don't really know you, can you just share a little bit more about the work that you do and why you love it?
Love to, love to. I do love my work. So, my name is Cyndy Paige, and I have been walking this sort of traditional earth based path for decades, really. And I started this when a little Cherokee medicine woman walked into my life, and she inspired me so deeply, grandmother path weaver, that I studied for many years at her feet to learn this traditional Native American Ojibwe really medicine wheel that is Sun Bear's wheel. And what that ancient wisdom is about is reminding us to connect deeply with the seasons as they turn, each turn. So we're in the right before the spring equinox now. In June for coyote medicine, whole different energy. September bear medicine, whole different energy that we can connect with. December white buffalo medicine, so many different spiritual aspects of this wheel connect us with the energies of the earth, ground us in our own. So, in a beautiful world and in a perfect world, we would look out and we would see what's happening, and we would be curious about what is, as an example, the spring. Things are growing, things are popping up, something is emerging, and we can be curious, we can be reflective. What is emerging inside of me? What new peace am I bringing forth? What new growth? What clarity? And it's vitally important when we're in this fast pace, as you said, uh, outer world.
Mhm.
When I say outer world, I don't mean nature necessarily. Turning on the TV, seeing what's happening in the outer world can draw us away from nature, can draw us into many other kinds of energies. And I know for me, when I can put my feet on the earth, and I'm pointing this way because I have the most beautiful sunroom with the most magnificent view of nature. When I can put my feet on the earth and ground myself, I can let go of some of the extraneous mundane of the outside world, and come back to my true nature, and how is my body responding to what's happening in the natural world. So spring is about new beginnings, and it's about what has been incubating, or what we have seeded, in the winter, that's been in the delicious dark resting. What is that? Is there something else to be clear about? What is emerging in our lives?
Mm.
And yeah, so I use the wheel as a foundation for these teachings. And every season, as I just spoke of, March, June, September, December, when the seasons change, we do a 2-day retreat at the Landenberg Loft to
Mm.
look inside of ourselves and say, how do we relate to this? How do we empower ourselves through this change of season? And how can it nourish us so that we can walk in this world of many changes right now? So fast paced.
So fast paced. And it seems like all the healers that I've been following, almost everyone is saying, get out in nature and turn off the news, the social media, as much as you can when you're starting to feel really overwhelmed, and just be, even if it's 5, 10 minutes, just to connect with nature. It's constant, it's steady, there's so much wisdom there that we need to ground ourselves with all the changes that are happening so quickly. So I'm thrilled. This couldn't be a better timing, especially this year, especially this month. With astrologically, there's so many things happening, and the fast changes that are happening so quickly. Just nature just helps really ground us, and these teachings of yours, I think, are so imperative right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm curious about, what does eagle represent for springtime?
Mm. Well, eagle for one flies the highest.
Okay.
So eagle, when we reflect on that, like what is the highest aspect of me that I am ready to uh,
Mm,
give wing to?
nice. Love that.
Right. So that piece, wings, eagle specifically is holds the place of the gateway to the eastern quadrant of the medicine wheel. And eagle has three primary teachings under this ancient wheel, this ancient knowledge, which I will just say here for a second that these ways, I'm a shamanic practitioner, and shamanism is the oldest healing modality on the planet that we know about.
Mm,
And we know this from the ancient cave drawings that we have found.
mhm.
There it is, all over the walls. The old ones didn't want us to forget these ways that nature connects us. So back to eagle, what happens in shamanism is we look at all aspects of nature and we are curious. What is there in this emergence that is helpful for me in my practical, mundane, everyday
Yeah,
reality? And
nice,
so, ego teaches us how to see with clear eyes.
nice. Yeah.
There's an aspect of wisdom involved in ego medicine. Am I being wise in my steps? Can I
Mhm.
sustain what I'm trying to do? Am I perhaps not bringing forth for whatever reason, being really real with what is inside of us? And then the other aspect of ego medicine is clarity, wisdom, and illumination, kind of illumination, growing our light so that when we do walk in the world, we are hopefully have a little piece of inspiration to provide to the ones who are around us. We
Mm.
get clear, we get wise, we illuminate that which we've discovered This
Mm.
is eagle medicine.
Love that. So it's like
Mhm.
I picture an eagle flying up high above and kind of having the bird's eye view, looking down upon, your life or just getting the greater vision and then being practical about it as well. Like you were saying, questioning, is this what I need to be doing right now? And I love that
Mhm.
view. Definitely.
Mhm.
I resonate so much
Mhm.
with that. I think that'll be so helpful for people to take that when we're questioning or pondering, almost to take the wisdom of the eagle and get that bird's eye view. I just love it.
Right, right. And even if we think of the egg is like the seed of our desire, what we're bringing forth. And then
Mm.
it begins to quiver and it cracks and it peeks out and then it emerges and flies.
I
So this
love that.
is related to all aspects
All
of our
aspects.
growth.
Yeah,
Hmm.
beautiful, beautiful.
Hmm.
So you are going to be offering a retreat here this weekend,
Hmm.
March 16th and no, 15th and 16th on
Hmm.
Saturday and Sunday.
Correct. Right.
Eagle
It's
medicine.
eagle
Yes.
medicine. We'll do so many lovely things. We'll chant and we'll dance and we'll do ceremony and we'll do shamanic journeys and we'll do guided journeys. Um, we might bring forth something with our fingers. I'm thinking about maybe doing a little feather plume, which because we're in the energy of air.
Mm.
Um, yeah, it'll be so much fun. And then the day before, Friday and Thursday, and I have three private session slots still open if people are interested in seeing me for a private healing session. And those look like, well, there are two primary sessions, and people can choose what is appropriate to their lives right now because one is a deep clearing done through sound healing music, and one, which you know well, having done the master class with me,
Yep.
and the next one that's possible is a soul retrieval. So chakra clearing, creating space, soul retrieval, energetically bringing our gifts, our essence, our energy back to us that we may have left along the way of life. So,
Mhm.
not reliving trauma, not
Mhm.
that.
Mhm.
What did we, what do we kind of leave behind as a result of that trauma? Essence, energy, a gift,
Mm.
perhaps. So
Mm.
that's the soul retrieval.
And they're
Two
very,
very
very
deep.
healing,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
very healing. And you spend what, 2 or 3 hours, or sometimes a little longer, depending on what the person needs or wants.
What's needed exactly
Mhm.
in
Mhm.
that beautiful space behind you that is
Yes. Yeah.
just so healing in and of itself to walk
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
thrilled that you can use the space in this way, and the space smiles when you're here.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You're
Thank you. And I'll
welcome.
bring some of my medicine tools with me that are actually looking for homes. You know, I
Oh,
create
okay. Uh-huh.
rattles and drums, and these
Mm,
are all one of a kind, custom made. And that
beautiful.
eight-pointed star is also connected to the medicine wheel because in the center of the wheel, and as we go around this wheel in these four seasons, we are trying to get close to the energies at the center of the wheel, and that is creator, source, spirit, whatever word you use, the earth, the sun, the moon, and then all of the peoples and all of the animals, all of the elements. This is in the center of the wheel. So as we pick up this little drum with that eight-pointed star and we put our hand on the center, we can open our hearts and connect with one of those energies that we're needing some juice from right now, sort of an alignment with that energy so that we can bring that to ourselves.
Mm.
And these are all custom made, one of a kind, I
They're
also help people
beautiful.
make their own.
You do, and I've made one, and it's such an incredible experience to birth your own drum. I mean, you have so many offerings. Share just a little bit more about the different offerings that you have, and you've got a really special event coming up, retreat event, but then you have other lots of other things.
Mhm. So I live in North Carolina now, as many of you may know, having moved from that right around the corner from you, Kristen, for so many years, and so I have these events in both locations. So I help people make their own drums and their own rattles and their own feather plumes for smudge ceremony. That's one aspect of my practice. I also teach folks how to bring sound healing into their own practice. And I do that in a master class. It's a certificate level master class. It's 3 full days, but we not only get to play with a wide array of tools that I bring so that people can understand what they connect with. Not everybody wants 45 brass bowls, maybe you just want two in a particular tone. And so discovering that is important for folks. And then we, on the last day, we put people on the table so they can practice their sound healing session. So that master class, folks are preparing themselves to actually bring that to others, or perhaps their cat. Not everyone has an interest in serving a practice. They're just learning on their own. I also teach shamanism in something that I call self healing through shamanic journey. So I teach people how to do a journey for themselves so that when they leave after that weekend, they can go home and practice and begin to create their own relationships with the natural world. And if they want to go deeper, I have a shamanic apprenticeship where we really take this medicine wheel deeper and deeper into our bones by experiencing the elements of the wheel. As an example, during ego medicine, we will actually do a guided journey to eagle and experience all manner of aspects of eagle as it's in the nest, as it gets brave enough to leave the nest. And yeah, so what else? Sacred dance I teach. I am doing something in North Carolina that I am so excited about in May and in August, which is um, woman's initiation and
Sounds
rites of passage guide training, where people come and they experience their own very deep and profound initiation, which could be from, an initiation, let's just say into the next step of their lives, wherever, at what age that is, women, but at what age that is. Might be they're stepping into their croning years, they might be having just had a death and stepping into some aspect of newness around that in their lives. And then to learn if they desire to bring this rites of passage training into their own communities. So I'm very excited about this. Beautiful place we'll stay in right outside of Asheville.
That sounds really intriguing. And I mean, you said it can be just for girls that are coming into their menstruation cycle, or just all the way up to coming into the Crohn's cycle. Just these beautiful rites of passage, which we never practice in this society of ours, just really celebrating these next stages.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Marking them
Yeah.
in a way that's honor and celebratory.
Yes.
With
Yes.
grandmothers
Mm.
to hold your hand and stand
Mm.
beside you. And
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
so there are many other of these that are happening for the young girls coming into their moon time.
Mhm.
But these two are primarily for the aunties and the
Okay.
guardians and the teachers and the wise women.
Mm.
Maybe we've had rites of passage, maybe we haven't, but
Mhm.
we'll get to curate the next one.
Mm. When you
Mm,
say grandmother energy, um, you embody that wisdom and that deep grandmother knowledge. Whenever I'm with you, I just feel so held and protected and heard and loved. And the wisdom, you're such a good listener, and you know just what to say. It's always
mm,
so beautiful. And that I didn't have grandmothers myself, and I'm not saying this from an age level. I'm saying from this wisdom level of who you are. And
mm,
um, there's something so nurturing about that type of energy. And
mm,
I really feel it in you, and I really appreciate that.
mm. Thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you. I was very fortunate to have on my father's side a very supportive grandmother, but on my mother's side she was already an ancestor
Hmm.
within a few years of my birth. So yeah, we yearned for that steady, mature, supportive,
Oh.
help us blossom
Hmm.
kind of energy.
Yes,
Thank you for your words.
you're
So
welcome.
sweet to hear that
So
reflected back to
true.
me.
Always so true, especially when you're sitting in that rocking chair and I'm sitting there across from you with a cup of tea. I love it.
Oh, I
I
know.
love
This
it.
this rocking chair is ever present at the retreats that happen here, or yeah, ever present.
Love it. Love it. Love it. So,
Mm.
any other words of wisdom that you want to share, or anything else you want to share about the events coming up, your event coming up?
Well, there's a similar eagle medicine happening in North Carolina. So
Okay.
each of these retreats, these four retreats that I do at the loft,
Yeah.
I also do in North Carolina for anyone
Okay.
that finds this to be closer. And flying into Raleigh, I scoop people up, and
Mm,
there's beautiful housing around here close. And yeah, so I've
right.
enjoyed very much this time with you, with seeing the loft behind you, looking forward to coming. People just email me at, well, my website is www.rhythmoftheearth.com. And rhythm's a toughie, so let me spell
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
RHYTHM. Um, or you can email me at info@rhythmoftheearth.com. But those three, I think I have one session on Thursday afternoon this week, and a couple on Friday, and maybe Monday afternoon. I'll have to look. So those are available if people want to reach out. I'll send you
Fantastic.
some scoop to prepare.
Yes, yes. So what I'll do is I will put all your links in the comments so that people can reach out to you, and then also get on Cyndy's newsletter if you go to her website. And that way you'll be able to see everything on her website and then also get reminders of it. And then if you're local to this area and you want to come to the Landenberg Loft, there's still some room left. So that would be lovely. It's this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, March 15th and 16th.
Mhm.
And thank you so much, Cyndy. It's been such an honor and privilege talking to you and always being in your presence. I just love your energy and support you so much. So, so much.
Yes, you do. I am grateful for you. Thank you for being my friend.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Mm.
Thank you, everyone, and have a great rest of your day.